Well, good afternoon. This is The Time Virus, read by Diane Caney. Magic is never late, nor is it early. Magic always arrives precisely when it means to. Blizzard from The Time Virus. Chapter -11.1111. It's the Frankster here. Frank Wiseman is my full name, and my cousin is Minnow Blackburn. We invented the Time Again game. It's the best computer game ever. Once we've finished building it, we'll make the access public, and you can play it too. That will be soon. We're just back from a major adventure, and we're going to tell you all about it in this book. I'm writing the first chapter, but my cousin and Skye Walker are going to do all the other chapters. As I'm writing this, I'm thinking about time. Actually, I'm imagining time to be a massive dragon, dreaming about each single second that has ever existed in the hundreds of thousands of centuries that have swept their way over and under and through all possible universes, throughout every millennia. Sometimes those seconds move so fast that they are barely noticed, and at other times they travel as slowly as Gandalf and a small band of hobbits sneaking across a vast desert, each one carrying sacks of treasure, trying not to be noticed by any Nazgul, those terrifying beasts of the air. If that time dragon ever wrote a story, I'm sure she would use the queen of all fountain pens and the lord of every blue ink, Sapphire Midnight. And if we wrote a story together, that dragon and I would become incredibly famous dons of storytelling. I love this idea, so I've decided to pretend that this story is being dreamed into existence by a great big dragon called Time, and she's helping me to write these words in dark blue ink onto the thick grey pages of my scrapbook. The dragon is going to help me find the very best way to tell you about everything that happened when I went with Minnow halfway across this universe. Ben and Skye Walker came with us because, well, they've become two of our very best friends, and as you'll find out, the reason for our trip was mostly because of something that happened to Skye. But that's a secret for now. All you need to know at this point in the story is that quite a bit of magic was involved, and we had the adventure to end all adventures. It was epic. Our journey halfway across this universe gave us outstanding ideas for the computer game Minnow and I have been making for the past 3 years. As I said, it's called the Time Again game, or TAG. Minnow and I have done all the programming, and our new game engine is a beast. It even lets us insert our own art. And now with AI, we can add in super fantastic features. We think TAG is the boss of every computer game ever made. Sometimes we work on it in our top secret treehouse when we should be at school, because seriously, programming is the best fun. Even though Minnow is younger than me, she dreamed up the idea of the game. She's incredibly clever and my favourite cousin ever. Well, she's my only cousin, but still my favourite. Now that we're back from our travels, we're teaching Ben and Skye how to write code and how to program. We want to add into the game everything we saw while we were away and all the things we've learned. Once we've made TAG totally amazing, we're going to make the game's access public, and then everyone will be able to play. Minnow and I live on Van Diemen's Island. The people who draw maps always put it at the bottom of the planet, but we don't care because we know it should be on top. It has the best surfing, huge forests, amazing mountains, and an excellent history of crime, corruption, and pirates. Believe me, We've met quite a few pirates over the years. Most were excellent, but there were some bullies among them, and they're not so much fun, as you would know. Actually, Van Diemen's Island used to be one massive prison, so we've put underground dungeons into the Time Again game, and we've also included the cemetery near the old stone church where Minnow lives. It's on a cliff overlooking the sea, and Min sleeps up in the tower. In our game, sometimes the corpses fall out of their graves and crash down to Waterfall River. You get a heap of points if that happens when you're playing tag. One of the gravestones is white and has a sailing ship on it. We call that one the Ghostly Pirate's Grave. When you play, you have to sacrifice quite a few points to make the pirate's corpse fall out, but it's way worth it. Back to the reason we went halfway across the universe. Skye was in trouble, heaps of it. After her dad died, she went into a deep sleep and couldn't wake up. Then she was sent with her brother to live in an orphanage next to our school. We call it the School of Cruelty because it's run by Ilac and Filbert Thieve. If you've read our other books, you'll know they're nasty. It was because of them that some bad stuff started happening. More on that later. Anyway, Minnow, Ben and I went on a mission to rescue Skye. As you can imagine, it wasn't long before things became messy, and I mean really messy. Even though all of us got into some serious danger, there was loads of magic and we had the best fun. Plus, we met... Now I've lost my space, my place. Sorry. So you're going to have to listen to me just talking for a moment. Even though all of us got into some serious danger, there was loads of magic and we had the best fun. Plus, we met the most excellent of people. My favourites were the exuberant ghosts. They have to get their bodies back. They get to have their bodies back whenever there's a party, so they can eat and drink as much as they like. They are dead set the happiest people ever. Plus we had a lesson in a classroom that melted while we were in it. Perfect. Because you don't know us, you might wonder when all of this happened. I can't say too much, but it wasn't that far away from your time. Maybe a few years back, or a bit ahead. Time is weird. Some things happen really fast, and at other times a single day can seem to go on and on forever. After what just happened to us, I think that magic is always lurking about, sort of waiting for us to notice it. So be on the lookout for magic, always. Now, because you can't play tag yet, read our book. You will not regret it. Signed, Lord Frank, aka the Frankster. P.S. Minnow is going to write most of the chapters in the first half of this book, and then Skye will take over. While they're writing, Ben and I are going to play the Time Again game and improve it by coding in lots of things that happened while we were away. P.P.S. You can battle us after we've put tag online. P.P.P.S. Minnow and I drew a map of Lowood. It's on the next page.